Hello and welcome back to this course. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the variables. Variables are just names you give to the computer memory locations which are used to store values in a program. Creating a variable is called declaring a variable in computer programming language. Now look at its syntax. To declare a variable, we first of all have to type the data type, that which type of data you are going to store in your variable. After typing the data type, you have to type the name of the variable. You can write any name here and then put equals to, and then after that you have to type the value which you want to store in that variable. This is the simple syntax of declaring a variable. Now look at this graphical representation. You have a better concept when you understand this graphical representation. Now the blue box on your screen, let's suppose this is a RAM of your computer. And above this box you can see two lines. In these two lines we have declared two variables. Look at the first line, string name equals to Java and then semicolon. Now string is the data type of the variable, that which type of data we are going to store in our variable. Then I have typed the name. Now name is the name of the variable. You can type here anything, and then Java is the value that is going to store in the name variable. You can see in the RAM the white box. The white box is the memory location in which Java is stored. And what is the name of this memory location? The name of this memory location is name, and this is what we call our variable. Now variable is always stored in the RAM with some name, and with the help of that name we can access the variable and its value. And in the second line I have typed int age is equal to 25. Now int is the data type, that which type of data we are going to store in the age variable. Now 25 is an integer value, and you can see a white box on the RAM with the name age. Now this is also a memory location. The name of this memory location is age, and we have stored 25 as a value in this variable. So this is the concept that how variable is declared and how it is stored in the memory. If you are confused with the string and the integer, then we will discuss about the string and integer in our next video, in which we learn about the data types. Now there are a bunch of data types in Java that we can use to store our data. So not confused right now with string and the integer, just focus on the variables. The name and the age are the variables that are storing some data. I repeat once again, first of all you have to type the name of the data type, then you have to type the name of the variable, then you have to give the value that you are going to store in that variable. In the first line I am going to store the Java, which is a string value, and I am going to store this string value in the name variable. And you can also see that in the RAM that there is a white box that is the memory location with the name, and in that box we have stored the value Java. In the second line we have declared a variable of integer data type that can only store integer values, and then we have assigned 25 value to that variable. And you can see on the screen that there is a white box in the RAM with the name age. Now this block is the memory locations that holds the value, and 25 is the integer value, and we have stored that value in the age variable. I hope you understand about the variables. Variables are nothing, just the packets to store the data. Now in real world there is a box, and in that box you are going to place your material, and that box is a variable that is holding something. You put something in that box, and just like that, variable is a box that holds some type of data. I hope you understand about the variables. So that's it for this video. I will see you in next video. Hello and welcome back to this course. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the data types. Java has two categories of data, primitive data and object data. In this video we are only going to focus on the primitive data types, and the object data types are the data types that is created by the programmer. We will create our own data types in our future videos. In this video we are only going to focus on the primitive data types that are built in Java. The first data type is Boolean. Boolean data type represents either true or false. There are only two conditions in Boolean, either it is true or either it is false. Now the size of this data type is 1 bit. Now bit is the smallest unit in the memory of the computer. And by default, the value of a Boolean variable is true, and for example, it has only two possibilities, true or false. The second is byte. The byte data type is useful for saving small memory in large arrays. Now the size of the byte is 8 bits and its range is only from -128 to 127. You can only print the values between -128 and 127. At 127, when you add 1, then it is automatically started from -128. The default value in byte variable is 0. For example, 11 and 56 are the examples of the byte data type. Short. Similar to the byte data type, short is useful for saving memory in large arrays. Arrays is nothing but the collection of the data. We will discuss about the arrays in our data structure portion. Now the range of the short is from -32,768 to 32,767. The short data type consumes 16-bit memory. Default value of short is 0, and for example 56 is an example of short data type. Character. The character data type is used to store a single character. The size of the character data type is 16-bit, and by default it has this value. This is basically the Unicode. And for example, like you can see A is a single character, so character data type stores only one single character. The next one is integer. The integer data type is used to store integer values. The range of the integer values is from -2 raised to the power 31 to 2 raised to the power 31 minus 1. This is the range of the integer values. Now the size of the integer data type is 32-bit, and by default when you create a variable of this data type, the default value is 0. For example, 12, -21, 56 are the examples of the integer values. Now integers may be positive or negative. And now we have long data type. The long data type is used to store the long integer values. Its range is greater than the integer data type, -2 raised to the power 63 to 2 raised to the power 63 minus 1. This is the range of the long data type. The size of this is 64-bit, and by default it has 0 value in it. Next we have double data type. For decimal values, double data type is generally the default choice. The size of this is 64-bit, and by default it has value of 0.0. For example, you can see the example on the screen. This is a decimal value that the double data type stores. At the end we have a float data type. We use a float instead of double if you need to save memory in large arrays of floating point numbers. The size of the float data type is 32-bit, and the default value is 0.0. For example, 1.23 is the example of the float, and when we put f at the end, this denotes that this is the floating value. Now these are the primitive data types in Java. There is one more data type that we call string, and we will discuss about the string in our next video. Now let's create a code for all these data types to have a better understanding that how these data types works. So first of all, here I am going to create some variables of different data types. First of all, I am going to declare the variable of integer data type. I type here int a equals to 67. This is an integer value. And now I am going to declare the variable of the character data type. I type here char and c equals to, I type here a. It can only store a single character. And now I am going to create the variable of data type byte. I type here byte b equals to 4. We know the range of the byte data type. And now I am going to create the variable of data type short. I type here short s equals to, I type here 56. Then I am going to create the variable of data type long. I type here long L equals to, I type a long number here like this. Now I am going to create the variable of data type double. I type here double d equals to, and type here 5 dot, and I type a bigger decimal value like this. And At last, I am going to create the variable of data type float. I type here float f equals to 6 point this, and at the end I type here f to denote that it is a floating value. And now I am going to print all these values on the console. So I type here system.out.println a, and I am going to copy this line and paste it a couple of times here. Just change the name of the variables a, c, b, s, l, d, f. And now if I run this program, you will see all the values on the screen that we have assigned to our different variables of different data type. Now the most commonly used data types in Java are integer, character, double, float, and boolean. Okay, so we forgot to write the boolean here. So I write here boolean, bool equals to true here. And also going to print the value of this boolean variable, system.println bool. And now if I run this program, you will see true on the screen. There are only two values in boolean data type, one is true and one is false. You can say, and you can write here false also. Okay, so I hope you understand about the different data types in the Java. These are the primitive data types that are built in Java. We can also create our own data types, but we will discuss about them in our next videos when we will discuss about the classes and the objects in detail. Now again, I repeat, you mainly have to focus on integer, character, double, float, boolean, and string. These are the most important data types in the Java. And you have a better concept about the data types when we will use it according to our programs in our next videos. So I hope you understand about the data types in Java. So that's it for this video. If you feel any problem, then definitely ask me a question. I will see you in next video. Hello and welcome back to this course. Today in this video, we are going to create our first program in Java that will print only hello world on the console. So after installing NetBeans, first of all you have to go to the new project option, and after that you have to select the Java application, click on next. Then you have to type the name of your project. For example, for this video I type here hello world. And then you have to give the location where you want to store this file. I have already given the location, and then you have to simply click on the finish. And after clicking on the finish, this is the first screen that you will see. Now there is some default coding that NetBeans has automatically put in our file. So first of all, I remove these comments from here. Okay. First of all, see at the first line, package hello world. What is the package here? We will discuss about the package in detail in our future videos, but for this video I will tell you package is nothing but only a folder. There is a folder with the name hello world in which our file hello world.java is stored. Our Java file is stored in the package of the name hello world. Package is just a folder. After that we have these two lines, and first of all public class hello world, and then we have started the block of that class. Now public is the access modifier, class is the keyword, hello world is the name of the class. We will discuss about the access modifiers and the class keyword in our next section, in which we learn about the classes and the objects. For this video and for very basic, you don't have to focus on these. You just have to remember that you have to follow this structure to run your programs. And when we will discuss about the classes and objects in detail, you will definitely understand that why we have right here public and why we have right here class. Class is a keyword that helps us to create a class. Java is an object-oriented programming that works on the base of the classes and the objects. And in this class we have a function, and this function is called the main function. You can see public static void main, and then two parentheses, and within parentheses string args, and then the body of that function. Now main function is the very first thing that is going to run when we will run our program. If a program does not have a main function, then that program is not going to start. A Java program must have a main function. Now this thing here is called the prototype of the function. First of all, we have the access modifier, then we have static keyword, then the return type void, then the name of the function main, and in the parentheses we have string argument that this function takes arguments. Now I will not let you confuse with these now, because you are at very basic level and you don't have to focus on this right now. You just have to remember this structure right now. And in the next section, when we discuss about the classes and objects and about the static keyword, you will definitely understand that why we are writing here public, static or void. This is just very basic things, but we will discuss about them in our next videos. For this video, we are only going to focus on the one line that prints hello world on the screen. Now this is the very basic structure of the Java program, and you have to remember that. Now to print the hello world on the screen, we have to write a syntax. First of all, we have to type here system. Now system is the class in Java, and you can see that the first letter of the system is capital. Now remember one more thing, that in Java, whenever the something starts with the capital letter, that must be a class. You can see system, the first letter is capital, so we easily understand that this is a class. Now the professional programmers and the developers of the Java have used the technique of camel writing. Like you can see hello world here. The H is capital of the first word and W is the capital of the second word. This is called the camel writing. You have to write the first word capital, and after that each word start with the capital letter. This is called the camel writing. If you want to become a professional programmer in Java, then you also have to follow this strategy. This is not compulsory to write the first letter capital, but this is a good programming approach to write the first letter capital so that everyone can understand that this is a class. So I have typed here system. Now system is a class. How we know that this is a class? Because the first letter of the system is capital, so we can easily understand this is a class. So system is a class. Then I put the dot. Now dot is the operator. I type here dot. Then you can see bunch of things on the screen. We have to type here out. Now out is a static member of this system class. I know you don't know about the static right now, but you have to remember that out is the static member of the system class. Whenever we type the name of the class and after that we call some member, then that member always be a static member. System.out, and then you have to put dot again, and then you have to call the function that we call the print. There are a bunch of prints on the screen, but for this I am just going to type here print, and then you have to put the round brackets, and in the round brackets you have to print the hello world. You type with double quotations. Now whatever you run in these double quotations, it is printed on the screen. I type here hello world. Now this is the basic syntax that will print hello worlds on the screen. Now if I click on this green button, and it is the button of the run, when I click on the run here, you will see hello world on the screen. This is the hello world that we have printed on our screen using Java code. If you want to break the line from here, you wish that you want to see this on next line, then you can change the method from print to println. And now if you run this program, you can see that the build successful is printed on the next. Println means print line. It is going to print a line, then it go to the new line. This is a very basic program that will print hello world on the screen. In this code, you have to only focus on this line. You don't have to on the other things, because we will discuss about them slowly in our next sections, in which we learn about the classes and the objects. I repeat it once again. First of all, you have to type the system, which is the class. then you have to put the dot and then out. Out is the static member of the system class. How we know that this is the static? Whenever we call some member after typing the name of the class, then that member is always a static member. We will discuss about the static in our next videos. Then you have to call the method, call the print that or println. You can call anyone. Prints only print this stuff on the screen and does not go to the new line. But when you write println, then it moves to the next line. Then you can see when we run this program. Println, then you have to put the round parentheses, and within the round parentheses you have to put 2 quotation marks. And you have to write your query within 2 quotation marks, whatever you want to print on your screen. And at the end you have to type the semicolon. Now semicolon is a statement terminator that denotes that the statement ends here. You have to type semicolon after each statement. So I hope you understand that how this program is running. I again ask you to only focus on this line. Does not concentrate or focus on the other lines. We will focus on this in our next section, in which we learn about the classes and the object. Okay, so one more thing, I just go to this tab and right click on it and click on the copy file path, and I go to my file explorer and paste my link here and go to that folder in which we have placed our Java file. And now you can see our package name was Hello World. You can see here Hello World, and there is a folder with the name Hello World. This is basically the package. Hello World is the package, and when we open this folder, you can see hello world.java is present in this folder. So I hope that you understand the basic code of the Java to print hello world on the screen. You can print anything here. You can print your name here, you can print your age here, anything you can print using this program. If you are confused with anything here, then you can definitely ask me a question. I will help you. So that's it for this video. I will see you in next video. Hello and welcome back to this course. Today in this video we will discuss about the strings. So in our previous videos we have discussed about the data types like integer, float, double, char, long, short, like that. And string is also a data type, you can say that. In the string you can store any type of data. Like I type here string str equals to, and string is always written within 2 quotations like this. You can write anything here. You can write the numbers, you can write the characters, you can write the special symbols, you can write anything in the string. So this is the format of the string. You can also create the string by using the string class. I type here string s equals to new string, and in the constructor you type your string you want to write like this. You can create these strings like that. I just remove the strings and type here the string. I type here my name is. This is the one string. Okay, I create another string here. String str2 equals to, and I type my name here, Ghulam Abbas, like this. Now these are these 2 strings. If I want to add the 2 strings, then I simply create a third variable, or I simply print the string. I create a third variable here. I type here string str3 equals to str plus str2, like this. And if I print the string on the screen like system.out.println, and I type here str3, and now if I run this program, you will see my name is Ghulam Abbas is printed on the screen. You can use the this plus operator to add the 2 strings. This operator is also called the concatenation. If I want to concatenate 2 strings, like I type here my name is, and I use the concatenate and I add another string here like this, and now if I run this program, you will see the same result. This is also called the concatenation. if I can also concatenate the integer value here, I can concatenate any type of value here. If I type here 78 like this, now if I run this program, you will see my name is 978 like this. You can also use this plus operator for the concatenation, to concatenate two strings, to concatenate one string or one integer variable. You can concatenate any type of value by using this plus operator. Okay, so these are the fundamentals of the string. You can create a string like this, or you can create a string by using the string class basically. Okay, so there are some important methods in the string. So I remove these lines and add a string here. Like I type here string Java is everywhere like this. Okay, so now if I type here str dot, I have bunch of methods in the string class. I type here length, you can see length here, it will give me the length of this string. If I print the length like system dot out dot println, and I print the length of the string on the screen, and now if I run, you will see 19 on the screens. There are 19 characters in this string. This is the length method. And now I remove this method from here and type here str dot, then I type here character at. I give the specific index. If I want to check that which character is present at the 10th index, I type here 10. And now if I run this program, you will see E. You can see JAVA, and this space is also a character, and we get the E here. This is the 10th character in this string. This is the character at method. I remove this method, and if I want to convert this string to the uppercase, I type here str dot to uppercase, and now if I run this program, you will see whole the string is converted to the uppercase. Now I copy the string from here and paste this string here like this, and I type here dot str dot to lowercase. And now if I run this program, you will see all the characters in the string are converted to the lowercase. This is the case conversion methods to convert our string. And now for example, I type another string here, string str2 equals to, I copy this upper string and paste it here like this, and I type here str2. Okay, so now str dot contains, I type here dot contains, I type here str2. Now if I run this program, you will see true on the screen, because I type here str dot contains, that the string str contains str2 or not. If contains, then it give me true. If not, then it give me false. If I remove is from here, in the second string I remove is, and now if I run this program, you will see false, because these strings are not equal. String is not present in this string basically. So this is the dot contains method. There are many methods in the string that we can use, and we will definitely use these methods in our future videos. Okay, so I remove this method from here and use another method dot index, index of. If I want to get the index of some character, I type here in double quotations W. For example, I want to find the index of the W in the str string, this one. And now if I run this program, you will get the 13. The W is present at the 13th index. So this is the index of method. Now index of method is the overloaded version. You can use the other version of this method also, like str dot index. You can see the index of. You can also get the index of the particular string like this. If I type here is like this, this is a string. So now if I run this program, you will see this string is present at the 5th index. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th index. This is present at the 5th index. And in the same way, we have the method last index of, that will give us the index from the last of the string. So I hope you understand about the strings and some important method in the string. There are many other methods in the string that we can use, and we will definitely explore all these methods when we will use in our future videos. So I hope you understand about the strings. That's it for this video. I will see you in next video. Hello and welcome back to this course. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the expressions. Now this is a short video in which I am going to teach you about the expressions. Definitely we are going to use the expressions in our future videos, so I think you have to know about what is the expression. Now for example, if I type here system.out.println, I type here Java 8 for example, Java or Java is everywhere, you can say that. Okay, so this thing which is present inside this round brackets is the expression. You can say that this is a expression. This is also a type of expression, you can say. And if I type here a condition like if, you can say num is greater than 50, I declare a variable here with the name num is equal to, you can say 60, and if num is greater than 60, then simply print system.out.println, and I type here, you can say number is greater than 50, like this. Now I know that you don't know about the if right now, but don't get confused with that. You have to only focus on the expression. Now this thing num is greater than 50 is an expression here. This thing is expression. We also call this thing as a condition, that this is a condition. If that condition is true, then this line is going to execute. Now this thing here is the expression. Not only this, but num is equal to 60, this thing is also an expression here. And num is greater than 50 like this is also an expression here. So I hope you understand that what is expression. This thing here is expression. This is an example of expression. This is the example of an expression, and this is also an example of expression. This is very basic concept that I want to teach you, that what is expression basically. So whenever I use the word expression in my videos, so don't get confused with that what is expression. You may think that the expression is something where that conveys a value, like this num is equal to 6, this is expression. But how this is the expression? Yes, this is not conveying some value, but this is also an expression in Java. You can consider that this is also an expression. Basically, this is the best example of the expression. Num is equal to 60 or num is greater than 50. These are the best examples of the expression. I hope that you have knowledge about the mathematics, that what is expression in mathematics. This is just like that. In Java, this is the expression. So I summarize it once again. Expression is something like that conveys a value. For example, num is equal to 60 and num is greater than 50. This is the expression. And Java is everywhere, and this num is greater than 50 is also a valid expression here. So I hope you understand that what is expression. So that's it for this video. I will see you in next video. Hello and welcome back to this course. Today in this short video, I am going to discuss a little topic with you, that is keywords. Now you must know about the keywords in Java. You can see the blue words on the screen: package, public, class, public static void. In the blue color you can see the words. Now these words are the keywords. Keywords are basically just like the words, but their meanings are already defined in the Java. For example, we know that the int is used to create the integer type variable. This is a reserved keyword. We cannot use it again and again. This is reserved, that Java has already used that. Int, you can say float. All the words which are in blue color are the keywords here. Basically, there are around about 50 keywords in the Java, and all of the keywords have their own importance, and we will definitely use all these keywords throughout this course. Now one more thing, that you cannot use the reserved keywords basically for your purpose, like this. I type here string, and if I type here int is equal to like Java, then I got an error that you cannot use int here. This causes an error. If I type here str, it is fine. I cannot use the keywords to store my values or just like the variables. They are already reserved and the meanings of that keywords are defined in Java. Like you can see here, package. Package is a keyword that denotes that this is a package in this Java class, and public means that this class is public, and class is a keyword that helps us to create the class. And all the keywords in the Java are reserved. All the keywords in Java have the specific meanings. Public, static, all the words in the blue, you can type here if, else, you can say switch, for, while, do, like final, super, this. All these are the keywords. There are more than 50 keywords in Java, and if you want to know about all these, we will definitely discuss about all these keywords in our videos throughout this course. You don't have to worry about that. If you want to get the list of the keywords, you can simply go to the Google and go to the Wikipedia basically and type their list of the Java keywords, and you can see the list here: abstract, assert, boolean, break, byte, case, switch, catch. These all are the keywords in Java. You can get these list from the Wikipedia and also Google that. I hope you understand what are the keywords. You can also read there. In the Java programming, a keyword is one of the 50 reserved words that have predefined meaning in the language. Means that the meaning of that word is already defined in that language, and what this word is going to do when I write this word here. For example, if I type here int, that definitely means that I am going to create an integer variable or integer array or any other stuff like that. Keywords with its name denotes that what this keyword is going to do in this program. Every keyword has its own meaning, and that meaning is already defined. We cannot override their meaning basically. And in NetBeans, the blue words denotes that this is a keyword. So I hope you understand that what is keyword. Keyword is nothing but the word that has its predefined meaning, and we cannot use that as a variable name or as any other on our own purposes because their meanings are already defined in Java. So this is a short video in which I want to discuss about some keywords so that you don't get confused at what is this and what is this. All the blue words in NetBeans denotes that this is a keyword. We will definitely discuss about all the keywords in the course. So I hope you understand. That's it for this video. I will see you in next video.